For those who might be new to my channel or don't obsessively follow the Duggar family like I do, no judgment. Jason Duggar is one of the 19 kids from that ultra-conservative family from 19 kids and counting. You know, the ones with all those strict rules about dating, clothing, and basically everything else under the sun? Jason tied the knot with his wife, Maddie Grace, last fall after what was basically a whirlwind romance. They only had a 2-month engagement, you guys. Can you even imagine planning a wedding that fast? I would literally lose my mind. But that's not even the juicy part. These two actually broke some of the sacred Duggar family rules during their courtship. But I'll get to that tea in a minute, so don't click away. Their wedding was on October 3rd, which means they've been married for just over 6 months now. And in Duggar time, that's usually when the baby announcements start rolling in, if you know what I mean. But that's exactly where this story takes an unexpected turn that has everyone talking. Last week, Jason and Maddie posted their very first Q&A video on their YouTube channel, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. They answered questions from followers about their relationship, their future plans, and this is the part that has everyone shook, their plans for starting a family. Now, if you know anything about the Duggars, you know they're basically famous for having as many babies as humanly possible, as quickly as possible after getting married. It's like their whole thing, right? So when Jason and Maddie started addressing the baby question, I was literally on the edge of my seat waiting for the typical Duggar announcement. What they said next literally made my jaw drop. "We do not want to have kids for a while," Maddie Grace announced point blank to the camera. I know, right? In Duggar world, this is basically revolutionary. It's like announcing you want to fly to Mars or something. She went on to say, "I love kids, but I don't want any right now." Wait, there's more. Maddie continued with something that made me want to stand up and applaud. And I want to savor this and just get to know each other. A Duggar family member actually wanting to spend time getting to know their spouse before diving into parenthood? This is groundbreaking stuff, people. For those who don't know, in their world, couples typically don't even get to be alone together until after they're married. So Maddie saying she wants time to actually get to know her husband is pretty major. Jason's response was equally surprising. "I do love that my parents, I think that their calling really was having all 19 kids. I really do believe that," he stated in the video. And they're such incredible parents. Okay, that last part about them being incredible parents made me raise an eyebrow, especially given some of the controversies surrounding Duggar parenting over the years. I'm trying not to judge too much. That's what we do here, right? But then Jason continued with something that really caught my attention. But for us, we also want to enjoy every stage that the Lord has us in. We want to be able to travel around the world, do a bunch of things, and it's tough to do that when you have kids. A Duggar actually acknowledging that having children might limit your ability to do other things in life? This is not the usual Duggar party line. And it gets even better. Jason then dropped this bombshell. Even some of the couples in my family have said, "Hey, we wish that we maybe would have waited a little bit, that way we could travel and do different things." Other Duggar couples have privately admitted they wish they'd waited to have kids. Now, that is some piping hot tea I was not expecting. I wonder which siblings he's referring to. Could it be Jill and Derek? Or maybe Joy and Austin? Let me know your guesses in the comments below. So, what exactly do Jason and Maddie want to do during this child-free period? Well, it turns out Jason has a specific travel bucket list. He mentioned wanting to visit all 50 states with Maddie, which honestly sounds like such a fun adventure for newlyweds. Road trip across America, anyone? He also specifically mentioned wanting to visit Israel, which isn't surprising given the Duggars' evangelical beliefs. Many evangelicals feel a special connection to Israel because of its biblical significance. Not exactly my idea of a romantic getaway, but hey, different strokes for different folks. Now, don't get me wrong, Jason and Maddie aren't saying they never want kids. They're just putting it off for now, which is still pretty revolutionary in their circle. But when they finally do decide to start a family, how many kids are they planning to have? Well, Maddie had a very clear answer to that question. "I would say my max is 6, and that's pushing it," Maddie revealed. I mean, we did get the question, do you guys want 19 kids? Absolutely not. That's too many kids for me. 6. Can we just talk about how 6 children is considered a small family in Duggar world? For most people, 6 kids would be a lot, but compared to 19, I guess it seems downright restrained. And then Maddie said something that made me literally snort my iced coffee. I think your mom is an absolute angel for being able to do that because I couldn't. An angel is certainly one way to describe Michelle Duggar's choice to have 19 children. I can think of some other words that might be more accurate, but this is a family-friendly channel, so I'll keep those thoughts to myself. Smirks knowingly. Now, let's get to the really juicy part that I've been teasing. Jason and Maddie didn't just break from Duggar tradition when it comes to family planning. They actually broke some of the sacred Duggar courtship rules, too. For those who don't know, the Duggar kids traditionally follow super strict courtship rules that include no unchaperoned dates, side hugs only, no hand-holding until engagement, no kissing until marriage, and definitely NO alone time until the wedding. But apparently, Jason and Maddie decided some of these rules weren't for them. Raises eyebrows suggestively. Growing up in my family, that was against the rules, but for Maddie Grace and I, that's not a conviction that we have, Jason admitted in their Q&A. So what rules did they break exactly? Well, they revealed that they actually dated rather than courting in the traditional Duggar sense. And even more scandalously, they kissed before marriage. I know, clutch your pearls, everyone, Jason explained. I love my parents, I think they're great people, but it's a rule that we set for ourselves in our relationship through dating and engagement, and it was something we were okay with. Now, let's be real, kissing before marriage is something that most people wouldn't think twice about. But in the ultra-conservative world of the Duggars, this is practically a rebellion. It's like their version of getting a tattoo and joining a rock band. I'm genuinely curious about how Jim Bob and Michelle reacted to this break from tradition. Did they flip out? Were they disappointed? Or are they slowly loosening their grip on their adult children? Unfortunately, Jason and Maddie didn't dish on that particular drama in their Q&A, but I'll definitely be keeping my eyes peeled for any hints. Now, before we crown Jason as some progressive hero, let's keep perspective. He's still clearly very much following his family's religious worldview. He framed their decision to wait to have children as something they're doing because it's the stage the Lord has them in, not exactly a feminist manifesto. And 6 kids is still a lot of kids by normal standards. So I wouldn't call this a complete break from his upbringing. It's more like Duggar light. Still conservative, just with the extreme edges sanded down a bit. But you know what? Progress is progress, and I'm genuinely happy to see any of the Duggar kids carving out their own path, even if that path still looks pretty similar to the one they were raised on. What do you think about Jason and Maddie's decision to wait to have children? Do you think 6 kids is still too many, or is it a reasonable compromise given Jason's background? And what about their decision to break some of the Duggar courtship rules? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment and love chatting with you guys about all this drama. And if you enjoyed this video and want more Duggar tea, celebrity gossip, and reality TV drama, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you never miss when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful internet family. You guys are the absolute best, and I couldn't do this without your support. What other celebrity families would you like me to cover next? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, this is Julie signing off. Love you all to pieces.